Tessa from Mama's Geeky here, and welcome to the Mama's Geeky Show. Hi everyone, and welcome to another episode of the Mama's Geeky Show. Today I have something I've been dying to talk to you guys about. Seriously, it's been under embargo for like a month. I watched it a solid month ago. I've actually watched it several times. It is Space Force on Netflix, starring Steve Carell, John Malkovich, Ben Schwartz. You guys, this show I binged. It is 10 episodes. I binged it over a month ago when Netflix gave me the screeners, and I have been dying to talk about it with you guys. But before that, I want to quickly tell you about something else that embargo broke today that I watched last week. It is coming to Hulu very, very soon, and it is We Are Freestyle Love Supreme. If you don't know what that is, don't worry. I had no idea either. It showed up on my screener list, and I thought, this looks okay. Like, what is this? Let's click on it. Oh, Lin-Manuel Miranda's in this. Okay, what is this? So pre-Hamilton, pre-In the Heights, Lin-Manuel Miranda was part of a improv comedy rap group. That's like the best way to describe it, called Freestyle Love Supreme. So We Are Freestyle Love Supreme is a documentary that takes video, home video basically. They followed them around way back when, but also it's interviews of them more recently. And I will tell you guys, I was hooked from the beginning. I loved watching the footage of their performances. In fact, I was like, I need to go see Freestyle Love Supreme, whether Lin is with them or not, preferably with Lin, but if he's not, that's cool too. And I looked it up, and they're not, obviously right now with social distancing and everything shut down and Broadway shut down, they're not around. They were around up until January. So fingers crossed that they do another show, another run soon. But I really loved it. Parts of it made me tear up a little. It was really interesting because Lin, but not only Lin, other people that he worked with too, kind of compared it to In the Heights. Basically saying In the Heights and Hamilton itself would never have happened if it wasn't for Freestyle Love Supreme. So it's a really great documentary. It's only like an hour and a half. You're going to be able to breeze right through it. I think fans of In the Heights, fans of Hamilton, fans of Lin-Manuel Miranda, I personally love him from Moana. His guest role on Curb Your Enthusiasm was also fantastic. I love the guy. I think he's amazing. I think he's extremely talented, and I really enjoyed learning more about him. But not only that, there's a lot more comedians and a lot more rappers and a lot more improv people they're on my radar now. Definitely after watching this, I can't wait to check more out from them. But if you know anything, if you've watched any of my shows previously, I talked a lot about Middleditch and Schwartz. So like improv is my thing recently. I'm kind of into improv. That's long form improv. It is a special on Netflix, so be sure to check that out. But We Are Freestyle Love Supreme is coming to Hulu very soon, so be sure to check that out. You guys are not going to want to miss that. Lin-Manuel Miranda, any fan of his, and you know what? Even if you're not, I bet you will be after you watch it. So be sure to check that out. But let's get into it. This is what I've been wanting to talk to you guys about forever. I've been biting my tongue. It has been completely under embargo. I haven't even really been able to say whether I enjoyed it or not, although that was very hard. If you've seen my reactions to the trailers, you probably know how I felt about it. But Space Force, embargo is broken. I can talk to you all about Space Force. Coming to Netflix this Friday, May 29th. You guys, this is a must-watch series. I binged it. My husband and I binged it in, I want to say, it was like 2 days. Okay, there's 10 episodes. 30-minute episodes, very, very bingeable show. Stars Steve Carell. It is from the creators of The Office. So if you are fans of The Office, which, if you're not, then we have a problem. But if you're fans of The Office, you're sure to love this. But even if you don't like The Office, this is so good because it actually is a story that, I cared about. I was really, really invested in Steve Carell's character, Mark Nard. He's just gets a 4-star general at the very, very beginning of the first episode. He's married to Lisa Kudrow, who's amazing. The girl who plays his daughter is also great. Everyone in this is great. So basically, he gets 4-star general. He thinks he's about to lead the Air Force, and they're like, oh, yeah, he's going to take over the Space Force. And he's like, what, the Space Force? So there are some cracks and some jokes. It does make fun of POTUS a little bit here and there. So if you can't deal with that, maybe don't watch this. but it's really great. They mentioned tweeting a lot. POTUS tweeted this, POTUS tweeted that. I mean, it makes you laugh. If anything, it makes you laugh because it's true. I mean, he created Space Force. He did in real life. That's a real thing. And this pokes a little bit of fun at it, but still, there's actually like a legit story. Like, I really cared about him and everything that happened. I couldn't stop watching. As soon as an episode would end, I would hit play on the next episode. One of my favorite characters is played by John Malkovich. He's amazing. He's a scientist. He's so great. Jimmy O Yang is his counterpart. They're both scientists, and it's really that whole side is great. Here's the thing. There's so many different people in this and so many different little stories here and there that connect. Jane Lynch is in this and she's amazing. Patrick Warburton, all the 4-star generals, they have a meeting every so often. It's not every episode, but when you get all the 4-star generals together, like, just get ready to laugh. I feel like so much of what happened in that room had to have been improv, and I need to know and I need to find that out because some of the stuff they would say was just, it was hilarious. The hearing that, oh my gosh, when they have the hearing with John Malkovich and Steve Carell, I was dying. Like, it's so funny. There's it's going to sound awful, and I'm not going to give any spoilers, but there is a back and forth about panties. That's all I'm going to say. It's not as disgusting as you might think. It's not as grotesque as, I guess grotesque isn't the word. To me, it's grotesque. I don't like that word. But it was so funny. It was so funny. Ben Schwartz, okay, he plays, now I adore him. I've interviewed him twice. I love him in Sonic. I love him, his voice in DuckTales, the new DuckTales, if you haven't seen that. I love Ben Schwartz. I think he's amazing. So, his character is named F. Tony. And yes, his first name is the F word, literally. That's literally his first name. And I feel like every line of his had to have been improv. And then, so I thought that when I was watching it, my husband and I were like, does he come up with these lines by himself? There's a line about the Muppets. You'll know what I'm talking about when you watch it, because I can't give it away. We backed it up. I backed it up. I watched it probably 15 times in a row, and it was still funny every time. I've watched the entire series from beginning to end twice. Some episodes I've watched 3, 4, 5 times. I really, really enjoyed it. It's so good. Everything that you get in it is so good, but there's like some serious moments too. So that's what I love about it. It's hilarious, but it's serious, and there's like a story there, kind of like The Office, right? Like, it's so funny. Everything that happens is hilarious, but there's like a legit story of people, and you care about what's happening in their lives and where they're going. But Ben Schwartz is a standout character. F. Tony, I should say, is a standout character. Some of his one-liners are just like, what? This whole conversation about FLOTUS is hilarious. Again, I want you guys to experience this for what it is. But let me tell you, I have a review at mamasgeeky.com now if you want more details about it. And I will link that down below. But Space Force, May 29th, coming to Netflix, you guys. I want you guys to binge this. I feel like you're going to have to binge it. I feel like by Monday, we can all discuss it because you will have watched it over the weekend. It's so good. It's so good. There's so much I don't want to give away. It's just so good, you guys. Space Force. It's a must watch. Steve Carell is amazing. Lisa Kudrow is amazing. John Malkovich, amazing. Ben Schwartz, amazing. Fred Willard is actually in it. Rest in peace. I went back and watched an episode with him after his passing, and it made me tear up and cry a little. He's so good in this, and just everyone is so good. It's I love that there's a story, and also that every episode will have you laughing so hard that you cry. It's so good. All right, that's it. I don't want to give any more spoilers, but watch Space Force. May 29th, this Friday. Also, don't forget to check out We Are Freestyle Love Supreme on Hulu. You don't want to miss that either. I hope you guys had a great Memorial Day weekend and remembered all of those that we have lost, all the fallen soldiers. And yeah, I love you guys. Thanks for watching this episode, and I will see you on Friday.